Hi guys, today I'll show you how to make very nice Christmas bubbles from foam balls and some scrap fabric. Hope you like it. To make the bubbles you will need some foam balls, a glue stick, a stationery knife and some thick needle. I like to use knitting needle because it's not too sharp. First find the ball top, it's usually marked over the ball. Then let's draw the pattern. For the first design I decided I want a poinsettia flower. Draw it from the pole. Try to keep the pattern simple, too small details are difficult to work with. Now turn the ball and repeat the same pattern on the other side. Once finished, take the sharp knife and cut along the lines for about 3–5 mm in depth. You need to cut all the lines. Take some scrap fabric of desired colors. For poinsettia I took 3 shades of red. Put some glue over the first petal. Cover it with fabric. Here the fabric is quite thin, so you can see the lines through it. And tack the fabric into the cuts along the petal using the needle. After it's done, cut the excess fabric, leaving about 3 mm at the edges. And now tuck the fabric edges into the cuts, leaving the petals smooth and clean. Repeat with other petals. Glue the fabric on desired place, tuck the fabric into cuts, cut the excess and finish the edges. The second row of petals I made with slightly darker shade of red. And the third one with the lightest hue. Then I drew some additional lines to fill the gaps between 2 flowers and cut them just like before. I wanted some bright contrast, so I used 2 fabrics, very dark green and apple green, to fill these gaps. The second bubble will have a holly pattern. First I drew the berries and then the leaves. I didn't have any template as the pictures are very simple. You can take some kids' coloring pages with desired plot and copy the picture from there. Fill the pattern with fabric as before. I used apple green for leaves and bright red for berries. Now draw the lines to fill the gaps in between. To make the work easier, always try to connect the peaks of the picture and try not to make too large or too small areas. I filled the gaps with dark green fabric. Now it's time to decorate. I used some golden pins with a tiny ball at the top. Added them to poinsettia centers to imitate stamens. And also I hot glued some ribbon bows on the top. The next design is butterfly bubble. I drew half of butterfly wings and transferred it over the ball. Now take the measuring tape and divide the ball into 4 sections. Find the middle of each section and draw additional lines in between, just as if you are cutting an apple into 8 pieces. I wanted this bubble to have some glamorous vibes, so I used some silk scraps for it. The butterfly itself went dusk pink and the rest of surface rich burgundy. For the butterfly body, I used great Poinsettia fabric. Afterwards, I took some silver contour paint and drew the veins of the wings and antenna. I also added some pearls with a special fork pearl paint. I let the paint dry out and hot glued some burgundy feathers for even more glamour. And a rope with a bead cap to hang the bubble. The next design is Scotland inspired. The pattern is very simple. First, I divided the ball into 8 sections, just like the butterfly one. Then I drew a 4-leaf clover at each top. I wasn't very accurate, so had to correct the picture. I covered up the wrong lines with a corrector liquid. For the gaps between two flowers, I took tartan fabric. One flower also went tartan. I tried to adjust fabric pattern to my lines. And the other flower went dark green. I also had some thistle pendant. I bought it at AliExpress and added it to the bubble. A small ribbon bow and finished. The last design will go with Noel sign on it. Draw all the letters except for O and divide the ball into 8 sections as before. Fill the ball with red velvet. Better if you use elastic one, it's easier to use. The letters are to be white, so I took some cream-colored fabric which I had on hand. And for the O goes some plastic snowflake. The tiniest red parts I just hot glued over the letters. And for the last go ribbon bow and some tiny red bells. And here is what we got. I really like this technique, it's quick, cheap and easy to make. You can repurpose some old cloth, for example, and the result is just great, especially if you use some velvet, silk, satin, gold cloth, fabric and so on. By the way, these bubbles make a terrific Christmas DIY gift. Hope you liked the video and will appreciate if you like it and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to show you many interesting DIYs. Have a nice day and bye!